amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remain blessed. Whenever you look my video, whenever you watch my video, share the video to all platforms. Share it to family and friends. Share it in your WhatsApp group so that people can get information on what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria, mainly against the Biafrans, against the Duduas, against the indigenous people in the contraption called Nigeria. I try as much as possible to set the record straight. I don't preach hate speech. I don't speak against people. I set the record straight. The only important thing I do here is to make sure that the plight of the people remains on the front burner and the world will know the true story of what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. Remember, they will always change the narrative. The government will always try as much as possible to use the conventional media to change the narrative, but that I will not allow. In this platform, we'll set the record straight and we'll say it the way it is. Not preaching hate speech, not by talking down to anybody, but setting the record straight and bringing the information to the front burner and letting the world know the exact situation of things. Each time you watch my video, you can equally go to the comment section, put down your comment, say it the way you feel it. It's so welcome. You can criticize if you so desire, but do it constructively so that we can be able to learn from one another. That is why I'm here. And now, I'm going to share with you a very important video. I hope after watching the video from the beginning to the end, you're going to enjoy the video and you continue to stick around and be able to enjoy the rest videos that are going to be coming your way from time to time. Thank you so much for coming. Today, the video I'm going to share with you is a very important video.
Good evening, good morning, fellow Biafrans. Good afternoon, depending on where you're watching from all over the world. Today is a great day again in the restoration of Biafra Republic and for the self-determination of Biafra people. This evening, from my end, I have come again to address Biafrans on the state of the nation today. This evening, we are not going to have the normal exposition. We are going to have a different kind of broadcast. And tomorrow, we continue with our exposition of the Fulani-controlled terrorist government of Nigeria and their accomplices in the criminal act, genocide, ethnic cleansing, and the killing of Biafra people and other individuals in Nigeria. Tomorrow we continue the exposition of why you must support every effort that is being made in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to continue to pilot the affair of Biafra struggle to a different dimension. Good evening, my wonderful people. I remain your servant, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu disciple, Simon Ekpa. This evening, I have come again, very, very unusual. And it all has to do with the civil disobedience, economic sanction, and whatever we are bringing on the table to make sure the unconditional release of all Biafran prisoners, all prisoners of conscience, all political prisoners, including our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Like I said, I have come with a very different broadcast today. As you can see, this is very, very unusual. I will try as much as possible to make this broadcast as very brief as possible because I want it to go to every cranny of Biafra land. Welcome back. And those of you watching from other social media platforms, you are also watching from Enter Biafra Channel 1 and on all Enter Biafra platforms. Those of you watching from Facebook, you may excuse us, and we know there are other media warriors streaming this live broadcast on their platform. The reason why we are going off Facebook is no other reason than the restrictions that the Facebook has placed on our pages. They no longer share notification whenever we post online. They no longer share the notification whenever we come live. And we have our own platform, which we are promoting, of course, it is the indigenous platform. And that platform remains the Enter Biafra live streaming app. We have the live streaming app on App Store. We have the live streaming app on Google Play Store as well. Those of you who are yet to download those apps can go to those various platforms and get it downloaded before we conclude on setting up the bugs we're experiencing on that app. Today, a lot has happened for the past 2 days that we're offline. We decided to be offline for reason known to many and reason known to many of us, and of course, those who care to know. I personally have been offline for the past 2 days. And today, I am back with a new dimension in Biafra struggle. We have seen, read, watch, listened to how the Nigeria state, controlled by some people and some of the DOS personnel, have continued to blackmail and undermine the struggle for Biafra, of which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has suffered, of which over 5 million of Biafrans has paid the ultimate price. Today we see the deliberate sabotage of this movement, and it is completely unacceptable by every Biafran. I call on every Biafran all over the world today to support every actions we are going to take in Biafra land. I call on all lovers of freedom to support every action we are going to put in place to make sure that our people understand the importance of the civil disobedience and the economic sanction that is coming in days and weeks to come. Let me make it very clear. Today we have seen a lot of social media errants blackmailing genuine agitators, blackmailing autopilot. They are sharing videos of some criminals. They are sharing videos of some people. And when you watch the video, they tell you those people are working for Simon Ekpa, working for Nelly Ofegu, working for Umuada, working for other agitators that have come openly to make sure they continue to protect the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let me put it clear today. That is exactly the reason why Biafran must henceforth cease to listen to the DOS. Because if they come today to tell you that every criminal arrested in Biafra land, they are being sponsored by autopilot, that is a deliberate sabotage. The question you should be asking them, those times that they have ordered the sit at home, who were the criminals who were molesting, harassing our people and killing them, destroying their properties? Are they trying to tell you that when they ordered those sit at homes, it was actually them that sent those who enforced it? Let us make it very clear this evening, we do not care whatever the blackmail the government and the DOS are bringing on the table, that we are not going to be deterred. We are not going to move an inch. We are not going to be shaking. We are not panicking. We will continue the civil disobedience ruthlessly, and those who want to give us freedom peacefully, we will deal with them peacefully. Those who want to give us Biafra or freedom deadly, we are going to deal with them deadly, ruthlessly, and whatever they bring on the table. Let me make it very clear as well that the struggle for the self-determination continue to remain peaceful. But when you want deadly, when you want ruthless, when you want violent, we will be ready to defend ourselves for self-defense. And we are going to use everything available at our disposal. We may not be well armed like you, we may not be well equipped like you, but we are going to defend ourselves with whatever that is available to us. And I encourage the Biafran people not to be scared, not to panic, not to mind any kind of propaganda and blackmail coming from the Nigeria government and the member of the Directorate of State. Those criminals have continued to show their complete, openly continue to show how continued to show how compromised they are. They have continued to show that they are working with the Nigerian government. They have continued to blackmail directly and indirectly the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And today, this evening, we have come to make it very clear. I am going to show you just 2 examples and 2 evidences of how these people continue to blackmail the effort and the laid-down principles and the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I call every Biafran to make sure they reject them in the totality. So this evening, before we go forward in this addressing the nation of Biafra today, we are going to ask those from watching from Facebook to give us excuse. You can join from the other platform because that's where we control. We control the people that watch there. We know, and we don't disturb anybody. Whatever you however you want to make a comment, you can go ahead and make your comment. So on this note, I am asking those watching from Facebook to excuse us. You can join from the other platform as we continue this particular State of the Nation broadcast today, the 26th day of January 2022. And after that, we are going to now refresh the system to make sure we don't have any technical issues. Welcome back. Yes, welcome back. I am going to start, for those of you watching now from our different platforms, I am going to start by bringing in 1 or 2 evidences of how the Nigeria state controlling the DOS and of course some of their e-warriors and e-rat. I want Biafrans to be worried about one thing, okay? The more they try to prove to you that because of your resilience, because of your consistency in preaching the self-determination and the freedom of Biafra, every criminal activity in Biafra land is being tagged to you. Is a clear violation of the principle that guide Biafra restoration. It is a clear violation, a clear sabotage, a clear compromise of the principle that guide the Biafran restoration. Today, the same people that the Nigerian government accused of harassing and molesting people in Biafra land when order for sit-at-home was imposed and ordered by the indigenous, not really the indigenous, but the criminals in the DOS. When those orders were given on Radio Biafra, Chinas and Woru came on Radio Biafra and informed the entire world that the ESN is going to enforce sit-at-home. That particular broadcast, personally, immediately he announced that the ESN was coming to enforce the sit-at-home. I came because I know it was a deliberate sabotage of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I came to my program and I debunked that particular broadcast. The records are there. I debunk it because in Biafra land, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has delivered millions of Biafrans, and 99% of Biafra do not need anybody to enforce anything in Biafra land when they understand the important and the agenda and what we intend to get from those orders. You don't need nobody to enforce it. I personally came to address that against when the Nigerian state begin to use it against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB today. It was Chinas and Woru and the DOS that announced that ESN was going to enforce sit-at-home against the principle that guide the Biafra restoration. Because we have convinced our people directly and indirectly, we have also allowed the system of Nigeria to convince our people that we no longer accept Nigeria and everybody want to leave. So we do not need nobody to enforce any order of civil disobedience in Biafra land. That was a direct sabotage by the DOS announced by Chinas and Woru on Radio Biafra. The evidences are there. Today, they have come to accuse those of the autopilot, of which I am very proud of, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They say the criminals we recruited are the one harassing people in Biafra land. They connive with some journalists and connive with some Nigerian newspapers, and I have come to address them this evening. I have just come to use two words to address them. These are people who swear an oath to protect the integrity and fight for Biafra. And today, the same accusation that the Nigeria state accused the indigenous people of Biafra, accused us in the past, the same accusation they have turned today to accuse the autopilot, those who believe in the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, those who believe there is no amount of arrest, there is no amount of killing will change us, those who believe there is no amount of intimidation, there is no amount of blackmailing from the Nigeria terrorist state will change our stand on Biafra. They have continued to join hands with the Nigeria state to blackmail us. They say we sponsor criminals. They say we sponsor people to go and disrupt and harass people in Biafra land. This, and some people are foolishly, ignorantly, following them and sponsoring and airing it on their different platforms. The more you share such news, the more you share such blackmail, is the more you blackmail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. Because the people that enforced it before was not IPOB members. The people that destroyed property in the past were never the ESN. The people that destroyed property of Biafra people while we tried to have our peaceful civil disobedience in Biafra land were sponsored by the Fulanis and the politicians in Biafra land. Today, you no longer hear them championing those people that are sponsoring those killings. You no longer see them or hear them expose them. All these killings and all this particular sabotage of this Biafra movement is now being channeled to the people of autopilot, because we are truly fighting for the liberation of Biafra. We are truly fighting to make sure that the legacies that led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, nobody is going to stop them. Nobody is going to destroy them. And any day our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out from the dungeon of the DSS, he's going to continue from where he stopped. There is no amount of blackmail, no amount of threat, no amount of intimidation is going to make us to change and move an inch. Rather, we are going to be more ruthless. The more you fight us, the harder we come out. The more you blackmail us, the harder we come out. The more you try to threaten us, the more we come out. The more you kill us, the more we come out. And everything you are going to do, we will give it to you times 10. If you kill us, we will kill you back. If you attack us, we will attack you back. We will continue to defend our land. And I have to thank those men who stand on their feet, who out of all the intimidation and blackmail coming from the DOS and the criminals in the DOS, they continue to remain resolute. I thank you today. We are going to continue like that. I want to remind the Biafra people, like I said, I'm going to show you two evidences of this, what I'm saying this evening. The evidences is when you all remembered the China Sanworu post on Umuchuku writers. I made a exposition on that. I told those who are in the group and the forum of Umuchuku writers, either they should come and debunk that China Sanworu posted after 9 personnel of the Eastern Security Network were killed by him because he ordered their killing, because he feels they disobeyed him and they're not taking order from him anymore. I made that exposition, and at the end of the day, China Sanworu, controlled by the, controlling the Umuchuku writers, came and posted a video 2 days ago. Posted a video of 2 persons they captured from wherever God knows, and they said those people are the gangs of criminals that the autopilot Simon Ekpa and Nelly Ofebu and co are sponsoring in Biafra land. This is not just a lie. This is not just a cheap blackmail, but it is complete disgrace to the Biafra people and a complete disgrace to the integrity of those who have worked under Umuchuku writers. And I am calling every one of them in Umuchuku writers to come out and either disassociate themselves from that particular post or I am going to give a hell to them. I'm going to give a hell of media war against them. I'm going to expose every one of them in that Umuchuku writers. It is the same thing. I'm going to brand you the same way I am branding the criminals in the DOS. If you do not come out within 2 days to make yourself positioned very clear, I am going to expose this particular post I'm talking about. And then I'm going to tell you what the Biafra Mirror wrote on the 23rd of January 2022. After many days of Biafra Mirror posted and narrated what transpired, the Umuchuku writers came and began to write rubbish against Simon Ekpa and against the autopilot. So our own is evidence-based. But let me tell you, it does not matter the kind of blackmail you bring to us. It does not matter the kind of lies. We are not moving an inch. We are increasing the civil disobedience and economic sanction. We are going to impose it on this government in Biafra land. We will impose it on the government of Biafra land. And I believe, and I am very, very optimistic that Biafra people are going to enforce it. This is enforceable, and Biafra people will enforce the economic sanction against this terrorist state. Remember, we are in war. The war is ongoing. This is the worst war you can think of. When the war is going on, people are being killed and butchered every day, and nobody knows about it. Only those facing the war know what they are facing. So it is the worst war, and we are calling on the media, especially our media warriors, to focus on exposing how the Nigeria state are burning our villages, burning our farmland, killing our women and children. And this is a genocide that must be reported and must be accounted for. We are going to make sure we hold them accountable. And for this reason, I am calling on all Biafrans to make available videos, pictures, names, details of every victim in Biafra land, because we need them like never before. On this note, I am going to show you exactly what I am talking about, because we believe in evidence-based exposition. Evidence-based exposition. On this note, I am going to bring to you from the Biafra Mirror, if I'm not mistaken. I want every Biafrans to listen and watch very, very attentively what the Biafra Daily Mirror. Biafra Daily Mirror wrote this on the 23rd of January 2022. On the 23rd of January. You can see it on the screen. The Biafra Mirror wrote, and I read, IPOB oath is working. According to IPOB intelligence report has it that one of the SN officers whom the command placed surveillance on him for a while now, as he is suspected to be working with the Nigerian Army as a spy in ESN Eastern Second Command, had been arrested by the gods of our land. On the early hour of Friday, he sneaked out of the camp, going to meet Nigeria military, where he's supposed to lead and direct them to the ESN camp. He failed on the road and lost sight. People in that area was alerted as he was complaining of losing his sight. As information get to some of the officers in that area, ESN operative moved into action, took hold of him, and he is giving very useful information on his activities and other whom are already at large. Those area army spies trying to penetrate ESN camp, your days are numbered, and those on the run, we are closing up on you, Nigeria agent around ESN. Also, in Imo State, another 2 spies from Ebubago members working with the Nigerian Army but found their way into ESN have been arrested also, and interrogation is ongoing. ESN is determined to weed out all the criminals using the name of ESN to commit crimes in order to tarnish the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB image. More details coming. Share widely. This was on the 23rd of January 2022. Now, after that particular update, I want to now, before I go into bringing a new thing, I want to go like this so you will see exactly the video I am talking about. And of course, as you can see, this is the video which every one of you may have come across on social media. This is the video, okay? The video, every one of you may have come across this video on social media. I'm not going into playing the video, but I want to go to the next evidence-based exposition. I want to show you the next thing on this particular exposition. That is exactly the way we do it. We come with fact and figures, but some people will not understand. Now, I want to show you what the Umuchukwu writers wrote just 2 days ago. Just 2 days ago, after the Biafra Daily Mirror reported the incident of what happened. I want to show you what Chinasa Nworu is doing with the name of Umuchukwu writers. And I am calling on every member of Umuchukwu to come openly. Otherwise, we are going to have this media war. And believe me, when I start, I don't stop. When I start, I don't stop. Everybody should know that by now. If I start my own, I am not stopping. Because we can't continue to condone criminals in Biafra struggle. We can't continue to condone criminals, blackmailers, liars on this Biafra struggle. You can't get Biafra by lies. You can't get Biafra by propaganda and blackmailing against your own. If you want to do blackmail, you blackmail the Nigeria government. It is allowed. If you want to do propaganda, you do propaganda against the Nigeria government and have your proof. It's allowed, but not against Biafra. What is going on now is the sabotage against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because everything that is happening now is for you to understand how these people hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They hate him with passion. I want you to look at Umuchukwu writers. Umuchukwu writers, well-respected writers of Biafra, look at what the hatred for the truth and the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has turned them to. This is 2 days ago. If today is on the 26th, if today is 26th of January 2022, 2 days ago, because this screenshot was taken today, 2 days ago, and you can go to their Facebook page and you are going to see it because they're not going to delete it. So go to Umuchukwu Writers on Facebook page and you are going to see this. You will find out that it is 2 days ago. That 2 days ago means that it was on the 24th, after the Biafra Daily Mirror posted it like a day before. Now, they posted this. They say, video. I want you to see the video of the, so you see the head of the person. It is the same video I've just played now, and you read the story behind the people that you see sitting on the floor. Now, the Umuchukwu writers wrote this on Facebook. Video of captured criminals parading themselves as ESN members working for Simon Ekpa to destroying Biafra people, properties, enforcing council sit at home, kidnapping people for ransom, involved in armed robbery, killing of ESN members for not accepting them in the group, and committing all kinds of atrocities using the hallowed name of our gallant Eastern Security Network. This is what comes from the Umuchukwu writers. Only because we exposed what Chinasa Nworu posted on the forum about how he masterminded the killing of 9 Eastern Security Network personnel, how he threatened the commander and invaded the Imo State camp with almost over 3,000 personnel of the Nigeria Security Services, the criminals, Boko Haram Army, and what have you. They continue to say, if you are among those criminals or these criminals, the rest assured you wouldn't go free. It's just a matter of time you will be captured. Now, this is the reason why every Biafra must disassociate themselves from anything Umuchukwu writers. We are going to wage unending war against them. We are going to wage unending war against anybody, any group, any forum we notice that are sabotaging the struggle and then also are out to blackmail the structure, the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is exactly what the Umuchuku writers have come to. Umuchuku writers that our leader talks so much about, Umuchuku writers that our leader commended so much, they have turned the whole and the entire thing into kindergarten and into jamboree. And the entire Biafra people must come out to condemn them. And we are going to wage war. We are going to fish out every member, particular Umuchuku writers, and we are going to tell them and expose them and tell them where they are. So if you know you are part of the members of the forum of Umuchuku writer, we expect you to disassociate yourself from this frivolous report. Otherwise, we are going to rubbish you and you can never be taken serious. And nothing will come from you again that the Biafra are going to listen to. We will tell you that the spirit that works with us is bigger than the spirit that you have with you. We will tell you that the spirit of Biafra that we carry within ourselves is bigger and bigger than any native doctor you have, both from India, both from anywhere, any part of the world. We have it naturally built in us. And anybody that stands on the truth nullify, the truth liquidify, the truth demolish, and the truth will make sure that no amount of charm you will bring or anywhere you call our name, you are going to see the light of the day. I want you to ask those who have tried it in the past and whether their money brought anything. Their money will not bring anything, and your money will not also bring anything. So those of you who are members of Umuchuku writers, you have 2 days. 2 days to disassociate yourself publicly with this particular report. Otherwise, I will bring a dirty war against Umuchuku writers. And believe me, I don't even know whether anybody listening to you, but if actually this is the Umuchuku writer that our leader talked about so much, I give you 2 days, and the spirit, the dragon spirit, and the spirit that walk in me will bring everything about you. Everything about you. Everybody in this forum of that Umuchuku that supported this particular publishing or this particular publication, I swear to God that made me, the spirit of Biafra will bring everything and glory you have ever gotten in Biafra struggle down within 2 days. 2 days. On this note, let me also make it very clear again, for the last and very last time, no amount of a publication like this is going to deter us from embarking on very ruthless, peaceful, deadly, and whatever civil disobedience you can think of. What we are going to do, when you give us peace, we'll give you peace. When you give us war, we'll give you war. When you give us deadly attack, we're going to respond with deadly attack. And I believe that everything we do now is automatically piloted by the Biafra spirit until our leader is out. And on this note, I call on entire Biafra to make sure that they are ready to embark on a very ruthless civil disobedience. Civil disobedience is a right that we enjoy and we continue to enjoy it. Tomorrow, whatever happens, we will come live again to make a normal exposition and address Biafrans as well. Remember, the 28th day of this month, we have the ESM fundraising, organized by the media warriors and the auto-piloted media warriors. You have to be part of this fundraising. You have to support the Eastern Security Network. Do not listen to anything anybody tells you. Those who think they have upper hand or who think they have monopoly of whatever, they can go to hell and do whatever they want. We are going to raise funds. We will continue to raise funds for ESN. We are going to support anybody, any group coming to raise funds, so long as that fund is being raised directly to the Umweri account. The modus operandi of raising this fund is going to change. We will be encouraging people to donate their money directly to Umweri account, either through the website or through Zelle bank transfer. You have to transfer your money, no matter how small, no matter how big, transfer it directly to the Zelle account and make it specifically for ESN, and then also through the IPOB in USA.org. Anybody who tells you that the Umweri account is closed or the person is not a Biafra, the person is not into this movement. Umweri account continue to be the only approved account by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And it is only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, by himself, by his own mouth, by his own word, that can stop people from putting money into that account. For now, we don't see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we're not hearing from him. It does not matter whatever message anybody is bringing in the name of coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is completely unacceptable. We have given Mazi the Nigeria government condition, and they are yet to meet the condition. The condition we gave them was that for us to stop the civil disobedience, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have to speak to us in a very conducive place, from a very conducive place, and we will be convinced that he is the one stopping the civil disobedience. Apart from that, I am not going to listen to anybody. And I am calling on the entire Biafra to make sure they allow the autopilot spirit to possess them for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released and Biafra to come. We demand the unconditional release of him. We demand the unconditional release of all the Biafran prisoners, especially those that have been detained unjustly in different prisons in Nigeria. This is what we demand. It is not too much. So nobody, I said not even me, don't listen so long as what I am doing is to support whatever that is going to bring, to make sure that the government are running from pillar to pole. That's what we are going to do from now on. And we are entering the new dimension. This new dimension, remember, what we are fighting for is the freedom of our people. Let me also make it very clear today that there is no man in Nigeria Army anymore. What you have there is the people controlled by the Fulanis and Boko Haram. If you have men in Nigeria Army, you can't have this nation running under this demonic democratic process. Look at what is happening in some other country in Africa. That is exactly what men do. You don't sit back and watch a democratic process turning into demonic process. And because they have succeeded in retiring all men from the southern Nigeria, those who have balls in the army, those who can do something in the army, they have succeeded in retiring all of them, and those of them that have anything to offer, they put them under surveillance. And the result is what we are going to see now. Let me tell you, if men are still in Nigeria Army, I don't see this particular democratic process, demonic democratic process that is more than tyrannic government staying in power for the next 2 months. But that is not the case of Nigeria. The Fulani voodoo is working. They have been hypnotized. People are running from day to, they are feeding from hand to mouth. And we can't continue to look at the food. When you talk about civil disobedience in Biafra land, people will tell you, do you know our people who eat from hand to mouth? Do you know they get food every day? That is what they are trying to tell you in the essence, is that they are not ready to do anything for freedom. And we cannot accept that. We are going to compel them to understand that freedom comes with a price. And everybody is ready to pay this price. On this note, I thank you very much for watching and listening to this State of the Nation broadcast today. See you tomorrow, and may God bless you from here. From here, I say good evening.
We must continue. We move. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you, and remain blessed. Bye-bye. See you again.